And it's the loudest move you can make is silence. When you stop explaining yourself, when you stop chasing validation, when you just lock in and put that energy back into you, life starts shifting in ways you can't even describe. People don't understand that peace is power. They think the noise is progress, but it's not. The real growth happens when you cut all that off and focus on what's in front of you. Your grind, your goals, your healing. You got to understand not everybody deserves your next step. When you start moving in silence, you take your power back. You stop giving people the chance to doubt you, distract you, or talk you out of what you know you're destined for. Every time you speak on your plans before they manifest, you give energy to the opinions that were never meant to shape your path. So stop talking about it. Start building it. Let your work speak. Let your results echo louder than your words ever could see. I learned that when you really focus on yourself, people fall off. It's not because you changed. It's because you stop feeding their comfort zone. You stop giving time to conversations that didn't serve you. You stop showing up for people who never showed up for you. That silence, it confuses them. They start wondering what you're doing, where you've been, how you moving like that. But that's the beauty of it. The moment you choose you, life starts to reorganize everything around your energy. You got to protect your frequency. Don't let everyone have access to every distraction, every fake friend, every pointless argument. That's energy leaving your tank. You can't afford it. That if you're trying to build something real, focus demands isolation. Discipline demands silence. The marathon ain't about who runs the fastest. It's about who stays consistent when nobody's cheering, who stays down when the world ain't watching. It's easy to get caught up in the noise, scrolling, talking, proving, and reacting. But that ain't where elevation happens. Elevation happens in stillness. When you wake up early, nobody around, it's just you and your thoughts. That's when you start hearing your real voice. That's when your purpose gets clear. That's when you realize you don't need to compete with nobody. You don't need to explain nothing. You just need to execute. The truth is, people don't want to see you focus. They want to see you distracted, predictable, easy to read. But the second you go quiet, the second you move different, they lose control. That's when you become dangerous. Not because you're loud, because you're unshakable. You ain't chasing approval no more. You're building legacy. You're building peace. You're building a version of you that can't be stopped by opinions, hate, or fear. So stop wasting words on people who ain't listening. Stop explaining your vision to minds too small to see it. Keep it sacred, y'all. Keep it quiet. Move like your next step could change your life because it can. That's what happens when you focus on yourself. Life starts working in your favor. Doors open, people fall away, opportunities align, energy flows different. And one day, they'll look around and realize while they were talking, you were working. While they were watching, you were becoming. While they were guessing, you were building the life you always wanted. That's what silence does. That's what focus brings. It ain't about proving nobody wrong. It's about proving yourself right. So stay focused, stay silent, stay solid. The marathon continues. One of the most underrated forms of power in the world that constantly demands attention, validation, and noise. Silence becomes a weapon. It's not weakness, it's control. When you stop trying to prove yourself, when you stop explaining your moves to people who don't understand your vision. So what I want you all to do is just know your purpose. And when you begin to regain your energy, your focus, and your authority over your life, people people will start to misunderstand your silence because they think it means surrender. But silence is strategy. It's the ability to withhold your words and let your actions carry the message. You don't need to announce every step. Your consistency will tell your story better than your mouth could ever. When you move quietly, you eliminate expectations. You remove the pressure of performance and give yourself the space to grow without judgment or interference. That moment you start talking less and doing more, the world starts to notice differently. They start wondering, they start watching, but they don't know. And that's where your power lies, in the unknown. People can't sabotage what they can't see. They can't doubt what they can't predict. Every plan shared too soon becomes vulnerable to opinions, energy, and resistance that don't belong to you. Now, just remember, the wise keep their seeds buried until they're ready to bloom, because that's how you protect your harvest. Every word you speak is energy spent, and if that energy isn't fueling your progress, it's weakening it. Silence sharpens your awareness. So when you stop talking, you start listening to your intuition, to your environment, to what's not being said. You begin to move smarter, more intentionally. You begin to act from a place of clarity instead of emotion. Words can cloud your direction because they can invite distraction. But when you sit in silence, you find direction. You see who is real around you. You see who checks on you when you stop reaching out, who respects your space, who supports your vision without need to hear every detail. Silence filters your circle faster than confrontation ever could. It also builds a stronger relationship with yourself. Most people can't handle silence because it forces them to face their own thoughts. But that's exactly where transformation begins, in those quiet moments where it's just you, your ambition, and your truth. So what I want you all to do, stay well, stay peaceful, and remember that be intelligent in all your actions and reactions. Be blessed.